Today we have for you the Oura Ring Gen3 along with the RingConn Smart Ring, and we will be reviewing and comparing them for your benefit. Let the facts speak. First off, let me tell you what happens when you buy one of these products. You will be sent a sizing kit with around 8 rings that have different sizes so that you can try them on and decide which size fits your finger the best. You should wear this for 24 hours so that you're 100% sure that this is the size that is the most comfortable for your chosen finger. After you've made your decision, you give this feedback to the company, who then in turn will send you a ring with the size that you ordered. After receiving the ring, you're good to go as soon as you download the app and then enter your measurements such as your age, height, weight, etc. Since these aren't the most mainstream devices that you'll come across, I think it makes sense to first take a look at their designs and talk a little about how they feel. The Oura Ring can be purchased in 5 different finishes with 2 different designs, which you can see on their website. The one we have is the Horizon Black. On the side of RingConn, you have 1 design and 3 different finishes with similar colors between both brands. We chose a midnight black one, and I personally liked it because it has a matte finish, something you have to pay extra money to get on Oura's side. Both of them are made out of titanium and are quite comfortable to wear, though this might not be the case at the beginning. What I mean by that is, in my experience, most people don't wear rings unless they're engaged or married. It took me a day or 2 to get used to having something on my finger, and this is especially true if you lift weights at the gym. Regardless, I had no issues whatsoever after getting used to them. Both rings have their sensors on the inside, and if any of you have seen what under a smartwatch looks like, this will be a pretty familiar sight. It's really impressive how these rings function because they're much smaller than a smartwatch, but these sensors are capable of measuring important health metrics such as your skin temperature, heart rate, blood oxygen levels, as well as sleeping patterns. I guess the most important question here is, are the trackers accurate? Well, there is a pro and there is also a con. The pro is, both of them function pretty well when it came down to things like heart rate, temperature, blood oxygen, and breath rate. This further solidifies the claim of many users that these rings should primarily be used for sleep tracking, even though you definitely have the option to use it for activity tracking, such as keeping track of your body while exercising and working out. However, and this is going to be the con, they're okay, but not on the same level as fitness smartwatches when it comes to measuring your values while you're at the gym. I'll give you an example. Let's say your heart rate at the beginning of your workout is around 80. As you continue to jog, it increases to 120 pretty quickly, but the tracker realizes this around half a minute after you've gotten there, but is able to follow your rhythm for the rest of the way to adequate success. I had both of them on for a few days as we checked out how they follow my regular activities at work, as well as my sleeping stats at night. Just like a smartwatch, you're able to see the total amount of calories that you burn throughout the day, as well as your basal metabolic rate, which is basically the amount of calories that you burn if you were to lay in bed all day without moving, eating, or drinking anything. While the calories you burn by being active are being calculated by a combination of different factors such as heart rate, movement, as well as your height and weight, your BMR is calculated by known mathematical equations based on your body type. Steps and floors are actually pretty hard to count in general for these devices, so I wouldn't recommend anyone to take them too seriously, but you can also do one more thing, which is definitely checking out your activity intensity ratio to remember at which time you were moving around a lot and how many calories you were burning. RingConn also has something that smartwatches have, and that's measuring your stress levels. I think that this is a pretty important feature because Oura doesn't have this directly, but they do say that you can check HRV, which is heart rate variability, to understand your stress situation. The problem with this is that HRV is tracked on these rings while you're sleeping. What RingConn does is that they check your HRV every 5 minutes during the day as well, giving you 24-hour coverage of your stress levels. Looking at all the data together, the main difference between the devices in terms of data was total burn, and if I were to take an educated guess, around that time period, I would say that I burned around 2,000 calories. Oura most likely messed up here because of the steps, and the Pixel Watch is also known for sometimes overestimating calorie burn. Next up, here are the results we got from my sleep. You're able to see how long you were awake, for example, lying in bed when you wake up or if you wake up during the night. You can also check out the differences between your light sleep and deep sleep habits, and by the way, REM means rapid eye movement, which is a phase of sleep characterized by random rapid movement of the eyes. You're also very very likely to be dreaming during this period. As you can see, the results are pretty similar in most of them, except for deep sleep, in which the Oura Ring was much different than the other two. Interestingly enough, I think overall that RingConn's device is closer to the reality. All of these combined give you a general score, which can be used to estimate how healthy your habits are and how much sleep you're getting, and if it's enough. You can keep an eye out for this score and if it's changing or not to have a better idea if you're getting better at being healthy or worse. So overall, if you're a fitness enthusiast, then getting your BMR tested at the gym with something like a Tanita scale and using a fitness smartwatch to keep track of your workouts is recommended. If you're a casual fitness person and you want a 2-in-1 package, then you can buy a ring and use it for sleep tracking while also getting some information about your fitness habits. I do have to say that there was a hiccup with the Oura Ring, and it was in the form of a software update. We just could not get it to work on the iPhone no matter what, and the only way we were able to solve it was when we downloaded it to an Android device. I don't know if all iOS devices have this problem, but we have to say that the app didn't work flawlessly on our iPhone. Since this is the big industry standard brand, it was a big of a surprise to see that we had this issue, while the RingConn Smart Ring app didn't give us any problems whatsoever. Also, I found out that you're not able to log between midnight and 4 AM on the Oura Ring. This is another common complaint on the internet for people who prefer to work out late at night. Besides these small bumps in the road, once again, both apps look pretty straightforward. Just like how smartwatches operate, you're able to see pretty much everything you need from your calorie burn to your heart rate. You can adjust your activity goals based on your lifestyle so that the readings on the app actually make sense to you and allow you to realize when or how much you need to keep moving to hit your desired exercise levels. What I really like is the ability to customize your sleep schedule, which gives you more personalized sleep scores and recommendations, and as I've stated, I believe that this is what the rings should mainly be used for to ensure maximum productivity from the devices. In conclusion, we think that RingConn is a serious competitor to Oura, especially considering the price and the lack of a monthly subscription. The biggest complaint of thousands of people that I've seen online is that they don't want to pay for a monthly subscription for a product that they already paid a lot of money for, which to me is really reasonable. Regardless of the monthly payments being warranted or not, it's just not possible to get everyone to accept something like this in current day marketing, making a lot of potential customers looking elsewhere. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like and subscribe to keep in touch with our new content, and check out the links in the descriptions if you're interested in buying one of these rings. I'll see you around.